Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.
Make sure you like the video, subscribe, hit that top bell, and make sure you point out the lie in the comment section. Good, man. Even during the pandemic, we're still traveling. I do this for y'all, man. I'ma holler at y'all. Appreciate it. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Red Pill Chauvin Show. I'm your braggadocious, your very humble host, the Red Pill Chauvinist. The point of this episode is to emphasize why black men should travel, and not just travel outside of their city or their state, but more so to travel outside the country. The reason why I think, or I want to emphasize that black men, black adult single men, should get their passports and get it tatted up, meaning get it stamped out by multiple different countries.
Because it's to be honest, it's a life-changing experience.
If you haven't traveled outside the country, you won't fully grasp what I'm talking about. Those who travel once, twice, I mean, they may be able to pick up on what I'm saying and able to expound on it and know what I'm talking about. But for those who've never done that, bruh,
just take my word for it.
The reason I say take my word for it is because too many times, you'll have people who've never traveled before, have a passport, never traveled, or never had a passport at all and never traveled. And they're downplaying and talking down about traveling.
Like, oh, be careful, you're gonna get robbed, or be careful, they gonna, the chicks are all whores, oh, be careful, they gonna scam you.
Like, yeah, I'm from New York. Everything that you just described happens in New York also. So what that mean? People shouldn't be visiting New York, right? No doubt. You know what I say, if you're scared, get a dog.
Well, the reason I say take my word for it is because too many times, dudes be like,
let me see some receipts. Nah, I gotta see for myself, or no, but I heard on TV.
See, that's another thing. Dudes be watching too much programming. They call it a TV program for a reason. So when you're watching a TV program that speaks down on traveling, puts all these negative things in your head, you think you're gonna be quick to travel? Or you gonna be quick to
say, well, on CNN they said XYZ, so that's why I ain't going. Yeah, I got the bread. Oh no, if it wasn't for CNN, I'd go, but, that's CNN though, so.
Yeah, you never heard of, propaganda?
Too many black males are stuck in a box. Stuck in a box, man, and the worst part about it, you ain't even know it. I said, you even know it. You in a box in your hood, as we call it, right? You in a box in your hood, or your city, or your state. Oh yeah, you the man on your block. That's what's up. Clap, clap, clap it up, right? Oh yeah, you know everything. You know all the spots in the city. That's what's up. But you ain't never been across the country before? Their own country. Now I'm not even talking about the country. We're not even talking about passports. You ain't going across your own country. So anyway, you're in the box, man. Get out the box. Get out the city. Why do I emphasize that? Because I remember the first time, not as an infant, but as a teenager, traveling outside of my state. I went from New York to Florida. Now, mind you, prior to that, I had gone to Haiti before, traveled to the island of Haiti. And that's why first time I seen palm trees, you know what I'm saying? Blue water beaches and all that. So as a 4 or 5 year old, I'm like, all right, that's what's up. This is what Haiti look like. This is what our island looks like. All right, cool. Traveled to Florida with our family members, not even my mom or my pops. You know what I'm saying? Some cousins and all that. So I even had that quote unquote that same parental provision that I was used to. So I felt a little bit more free. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, go to Florida as a 12-year-old and I see palm trees. And I'm like, yo, hold on. Last time I seen that was in Haiti. I thought palm trees were only in Haiti. I thought palm trees was only in Haiti. Yeah, some of you smart people understand why I just did. So anyway, I thought palm trees was only in Haiti or the island of Hispaniola. So when I see one in Florida, I was like,
so all the states aren't like New York? They're all not concrete jungles with, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, wow, I would have never known that if I never traveled outside the country.
Then I started realizing that trip really affected me, because I went back my senior year to Florida and it just gave me the buzz like, all right, I came back again. That's cool. I like it. But what do some of these other places look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, should I had in my mind like, all right, I need to travel outside of America, because if Haiti is like that, if outside New York is like this, like, so what's the West Coast look like? And that's another thing. I've traveled to Canada before as a child, so even Canada's a little different. Roads, signs, all that stuff. I remember the first time I seen a fully Asian man speaking fluent French to me. That as a what was it, like 8, 9 years old? That blew my mind, man. I could not, as a 9-year-old, I couldn't understand, like, yo, bro, you're Asian and you're speaking fluent French like that's his first language, because it was. So again, another mind fuck. With those experiences, what I'm saying is, as a child, I'm not even talking about my adulthood yet, but as a child, you know the saying, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
But just know an experience is worth 1,000 pictures.
An experience is worth 1,000 pictures. Do the math. If a picture's worth 1,000, if one picture is worth 1,000 words, and then one experience is worth 1,000 pictures.
Yeah, fam. It's time to get out here and get some experiences going.
That's what life really is, man. That's where you learn. That's when you start connecting the dots. You know what I mean? Shout out to AV. That's when you start connecting the dots. Like, oh, okay. And certain aspects of your life will start making more sense. Now, you'll say to yourself, like, how does me traveling help put things in my life into perspective? See, what you got to understand once you start traveling is that we're not that much different. You know what I mean? We are not that much different from the people, you know what I mean, outside of America. We may have more amenities. We may have more job opportunities. But when it comes to being a human being, we're not that different. Me having a Haitian background and growing up in America, you know, I've been able to see multiple cultures, and that's one of the things that that I travel for or that I look for when I go to a different country? The culture. Now, people could say culture, but it's very vague, right? Cool. When it comes to culture, what I learned, culture is like the fabric of that people that keeps them together, that keeps them connected to their past. You know what I'm saying? To their identity. I mean? So, when it comes to culture, one of the first things that I like about a people's culture is their language. I've emphasized that before, and I emphasize it again, man. Just because you're past your teenage years doesn't mean that you can't learn a new language. It's all about if you want to do that or not. I mean, that's up to you. Because once you learn the language, it allows you easier access into the culture. You know what I mean? Because if the people see you speaking their language, that's a sign of respect.
Black man, as a man in general, but a black man specifically, you're always gonna want respect over love. 25 hours a day, 8 days a week.
Once you learn the language, or when I say learn the language, you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying you gotta be an expert, but enough to be, to speak to a kindergarten or a first grader. You know what I mean? That's simple right there. He, me, she, he, went, go, up, down, you know what I mean? So once you learn the culture, now you're amongst the people, you got your passport stamp. You know what I mean? They see you trying. So once they see you doing that, boom, they're gonna be like, yo, Effie, he's in my house, meaning his country, so I'm gonna help him out. So one thing is learning the language. Another thing I like about travel.
Is there something about females that you wanted to know but could never figure out? Are you struggling with relationships? Do you feel like you're being taken advantage of by the women in your life? Do you want to know how to leverage the playing field to your favor? Well, did you know that the female mind and the female psyche are mysterious and unexplored regions like the dark web of the internet? For this reason, men need a method of decrypting or hacking the manipulative psyche or dark web of the female mind. Once a man has a deep understanding of true female nature, he will then be able to hack her programming.
Access granted.
The purpose of this book is to help grown males evolve into men so that they can treat the women in their lives accordingly.
You win.